Alright guys, hopefully you can help me make sense of the storyline here for RB Battles Season 3. I was just there rocking out with them in a concert when all of a sudden all these drones and things attacked the lobby. This was the old lobby, we were hanging out, we've got this big robot right here which comes and attacks us, so there's obviously some sort of enemy that's out to get everybody. The old lobby is destroyed, we have no other choice but to escape because we can't defeat the enemy right now, and we have to escape into this spaceship. So we get in this spaceship, we start taken off, and at this point this stuff's destroyed. But also there was this little thing right here, a little Easter egg. Slow motion, you can see this character right there with red eyes. Now, once we're in the spaceship,
got destroyed. We're in a spaceship, and we have no idea what to do. Mr. B?
What?
So Mr. B
Why isn't he in the ship with us?
Very important information.
So they're asking some
we need to
interesting
work
questions
together
there.
as a community to get to
Okay,
the
so
bottom
Mr.
of who
Boringsworth
or what was involved in the concert
was the teacher
intrusion
in season
to protect
2.
ourselves from it ever happening again.
So he's not in the ship with us, apparently, but he's broadcasting from a place, and we don't know exactly where Mr. Boringsworth is broadcasting from at this point.
I have reason to believe they are still close by in hiding, so we need to find them as soon as possible and put an end to their plans before it's too late. The problem is, whoever or whatever was at the source of that intrusion has a lot of power, so we're going to need tools to protect ourselves in case we ever confront them again.
Okay, so he seems to have a lot of information. He knows that the enemy has a lot of power and what we're going to need to be able to overcome the enemy. And then at the end, he sort of muffles like he hates this enemy.
Good luck, battlers.
But then he laughs. What was with that laugh? He said, "Good luck, battlers," and then he has this little laugh. So I'm kind of curious about Mr. Boringsworth at this point.
By the way, where was he interrupting the broadcast from? I've never seen that place before.
Good question.
See, that is a good question. Now, we've got Sabrina asking this question as well, wondering where Mr. Boringsworth is broadcasting from. So we've got this character here, Mr. Boringsworth. He is broadcasting from some mysterious place, but then when we get into the game lobby, all of the NPCs for DJ and Sabrina and Russo are in there, and then Mr. Boringsworth Lab is in there, so we actually sort of do know where he's coming from?
Vent games and give them to Mr. Boringsworth to craft the items into 3 powerful limited time tools.
So now I'm confused. Like, if we're gonna give these things to Mr. Boringsworth, then we must know where he is, right?
3. Figure out how to save the RB Battles universe!
So that's our goal here, is we have to figure out how to save the RB Battles universe. Except Mr. Boringsworth said earlier that he only wanted us to do this and stop them to prevent it from happening again. So I guess basically these guys are going around terrorizing areas of the whole RB Battles universe. They tried to stop our concert, they tried to destroy our lobby, we had to leave in a spaceship. We're gonna try to figure out how to get the bits and what we need to do in order to defeat them. Basically, the rest of that video sort of goes into describing the details, but not that much of the storyline. Now, the storyline does start to continue a little bit more later on in the process, so let's take a look at what we get next after we've done some battling and all that stuff has happened, but hasn't really had much to do with the storyline.
Okay, so everything is in place. Everyone thinks the shrine is fueling. Mr. Boringsworth set up the subway to not work until our internal scheduled date.
Okay, so now we've got some juicy information right here in this short. So he's talking to Hooded Figure, we're gonna call it Hooded Figure 1, the person that Russo is talking to. So he says that they think that the shrine is fueling at this point, and it sounds like Mr. Boringsworth is a part of this too. So Russo, apparently bad at this point, talking to this mysterious hooded figure who's not the original hooded figure. We're going to show you that. And so maybe this is a separate person. We don't really know at this point who Russo is even talking to, and it sounds like Mr. Boringsworth is bad.
And security is in position for when they arrive to infiltrate our base. This truly will be the best and most difficult final battle in RB Battles history, just as
well, that's true. That part was true.
Wait, who are you? Get back here!
Okay, so over the announcement, it sounded like there was someone who Russo thinks he's talking to. So we'll say this is a second hooded figure. The original intended hooded figure who Russo thinks that he is supposedly talked to, but he's not talking to the person over the announcements. He's talking to somebody else. So we don't know. We've got two hooded figures here. Now this one right here, you can see eventually during the whole Battle Dome thing, Sabrina and DJ ditch us, and then we finally get to meet this hooded figure. Now, I'm thinking it says JP, and I'm guessing this is the hooded figure who came over the intercom announcements, who Russo is working with. So we've got hooded figure who is J Party, who is someone who is evil, but is the person who is working with Russo. It's a little bit confusing, but now at this point, we still don't know who the hooded figure was at the computer. And this hooded figure right here, JP, after there is a win, it actually does say congratulations. Now, during the final battle, he says, hello, host, long time no see. Remember when you rigged the final battle against me last season and ruined my chances at earning the Hood of Champions? I remember. Good times. Now it's my turn. So JP is mad about not getting the Hood of Champions. Now, we're going to talk about that a little bit more here, but it doesn't make sense. So right here, now the judges afterwards, it says, no need for charades, Russo. Just keep driving and I'll take care of them. So JP, this hooded figure, J Party, is working with Russo, but then Russo says, I don't take orders from you. And he says, but I created you. I am so confused. Are there special robots that they think that there are? Was that robot in the room? Was that the real Russo, or what? Was it a robot Russo? I don't know what's going on. Now this whole ship just goes off into outer space and the players are floating through outer space. And at this point, things don't really make a whole lot of sense. Where's Mr. Boringsworth? Is he good? Is he bad? Who is the second hooded figure? And it looks like the first original one from the announcements was J Party, and J Party's mad because last year he didn't get his Hood of Champions or something, because like J Party last year actually gave you the trophy as the award. So now this cutscene comes here and then you open your eyes like you're waking up. So was season 3 just a dream? Afterwards, you're here and you're talking to J Party. He looks normal. He's like, oh, you're awake. I thought you were going to miss the party. So wait, if this was a dream and there's a party for me for saving the universe, then like, is it the party from saving the universe from season 2 and not from season 3 because season 3 was a dream? So they're all celebrating you outside of the ship because you did it. You saved the universe. So did they actually just did they float off into space and then someone saved them like in Guardians of the Galaxy, and then he got to wake up and this all really happened? I'm so confused. And it says, thanks for that, by the way. Now hurry, you don't want to miss it. Now thanks, why would you thank me if you were the one who was the bad guy during the whole thing? I am so confused. So was the hooded person J Party? And if so, why would J Party be nice to us when we're in the ship afterwards? So what makes sense to me is that maybe season 3, the whole thing was just a dream. And that's why it was so crazy. We don't really know who the hooded person is. J Party being evil, that didn't make any sense. There was a lot of stuff that just didn't make sense, so maybe it's just because it was a dream. I don't know if Russo was evil, why he was evil. Is there more that I'm missing out here that I didn't
Congratulations,
see? Now this
Battler!
is season 2,
Very
guys.
few Robloxians made it this far. Your skills are impressive.
So that's the end of season 2, but you can see right there, if you look at the right angle, there's this scary demon in silhouette behind J Party. Is that intended? Is that like some sort of foreshadowing to season 3? I don't know what's going on. So why don't you guys do what these guys are doing? Discuss it. I want to hear your guys' thoughts here in the comments. Can you help me make sense of this thing? Because this whole thing to me just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What is up with Russo? Who is the other figured person? Like, what is up with JP? Did J Party actually just like turn evil and then he turned good again? Was the whole thing just one big dream? What do you guys think it was? I'm starting to think that maybe it was just a whole big dream. And when he woke up, it was actually just the end of season 2, and they had just won season 2 and saved the universe that way, and all this stuff from season 3 never really happened in the storyline. I don't know. Anyways, guys, that's my theory so far. I'm kind of curious what you guys think. Please let me know in the comments. Let's discuss. Let's figure it out. And if you're new here, we'd love to have you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys later.